Hi everybody, and welcome to my presentation in this year's BIM Coordinators Summit. My name is Harri Majala, I'm the CEO and founder of GBuilder, and I'm here to tell how we are able to bring the power of BIM throughout the value chain in construction. I want to start out a little bit by telling what GBuilder does. We are BIM-based customer management platform for medium and large-size enterprises, mainly focused on new build and renovation. But as you can see over here, we are quite holistic solution. And I wanted to start out with opening up what we do and then how we are able to do all this with the power of BIM. So bear with me. So there are multiple stakeholders that use GBuilder throughout the construction process. Starts from sales and marketing, goes through the customer care and project management, the construction site, subcontractors and so on, and still is valid after the moving in date in a warranty and other phases after that during the rest of the life cycle of the building. The main things that we can deliver for sales and marketing, for example, is quite unique feature that we're able to create HD level 3D models of each and every apartment or home that is being built on the platform. So here's just two examples over here on the right hand side. So that is from same house, same apartment, where the customers can freely browse, walk around, configure, decorate, add furniture, and select whatever they want for the materials or the furniture, or if there's no available options, then they just can walk around and see the views that we can insert and so on. And that's actually BIM, what you see. Then we have the configurator for sales and marketing purposes, of course, where the customers are able to access their future home, see what options are available, how everything looks, how everything goes together, and how their couch fits there and so on. So that's what we call charming the customer. And then of course we are helping the marketing department to add leads to their CRM system by providing the possibility to integrate your favorite CRM system onto the platform. And when the customers are on your website browsing through these three configurators, you're asking them to leave the emails and so on. So it's quite efficient way to get more sales. Then for the customer success team and basically for the end user, we're able to create this white label customer portal, one window solution where the home buyer is able to manage all related processes for their from the sales and marketing all the way to the moving in. So we are providing a clear path from signing to moving. And this is something very valuable for the developers, for example, to managing the customer journey and staying away from that what we call customer isolation. We're really integratable, so you can really push and receive information via API to various solutions like CRMs, ERPs, financial solutions, and so on. We work as a standalone. So you can create the entire journey with us, or you can just use the configuration and the back office bit. That is our core. For customer care, this is of course a tool that they use every day, a platform where they manage the communication, document sharing, defect management, and everything within one solution. There are different user interfaces and multi-device. So if you're working on a construction site, you get the mobile apps, and if you're working on your PC or laptop, you get the standard web-based view. One of the big things, and me as a construction background guy, I think that the construction site is the place where the most value is added, because we're able to provide all the information that was created from sales and marketing all the way through the customer success to construction. We're able to provide them instant procurement list, build as documentations, help them to do their quality assurance, inspections, and mainly give them the right information at the right time when they need that in order to perform the best way they can do their jobs. Then, of course, we see huge value that we have created that digital twin. I'm going to use that word this time because we gather so much information throughout the entire process that we are comfortable providing the digital handover. So which is then used to, the information that we gather is able to be used in certain ways, in multiple ways actually. For example, facility management can access the platform and see what kind of materials or user guides. For example, there's a faucet leaking. They don't have to go back and forth to see what faucet it is, but they can just enter the system and see what's going on. Tenant management, you can communicate, like student housing, for example, moving in and moving out inspections. And then, of course, this provides a channel for third parties to offer materials and services for any customer within the platform. So that's basically what we do in a not in a nutshell, but quite holistic approach to it. And because my background comes from construction, I know that we have to be able to break down those silos. And in order to break down those silos or connect the silos, whichever term you prefer, we wanted to create a common language. And the common language in our case is the building information model. BIM, the common language. A few notes on the tech side. Our core is based on the IFC files, so we are not committing to any particular platform or product provider, and we are integrated into our own CAD solution, so that is something that it's good to know as the background information. We have our own CAD. So how do we utilize the building information models, the IFC files that are out there? I'm pretty sure everybody within this call, presentation and in seminar is quite aware the disadvantages and mistakes that we have in current IFC and BIM models across the globe. There are no standard ways of creating those, and as they are being created manually, that means that most of the IFC models do contain manual mistakes, going to the relations, that the walls and the openings and everything is, in order, and project structure is in place, and the rooms and spaces and zones are used accurately. In order to utilize the power of BIM in this context, it requires either perfect BIM that is created with a certain set of rules, or ability to take in the BIM as it is and maybe edit it, enrich it, and make it compatible with the purpose that we are using it for. So we, of course, chose the latter route because we saw that it's quite a long way still ahead that everybody would be using a standard format. We see a lot of good ways to create building information models, but mostly we see that they are more or less flawed when it comes to especially to the finishing part in residential productions. So what we found out is that the size of the BIM models that we receive, the main BIMs, are massive, and that gives challenges when you want to use the BIM model in real time on the construction side or in sales and marketing events. You need to be able to open the BIM and edit it and display it or whatever you're going to do with it within seconds rather than minutes, and you want to do that in a multi-device. So it did create us a lot of issues in the beginning. So what do we do with the original BIMs that we get? We import it into our own CAD solution by using our BIM servers. So when we import it into the CAD solution, we do that actually story by story, but here's an example of that particular BIM that you just saw on the Solipri screenshot. We push it into the 2D format where we are able to inspect it, make sure that the project structure is in place, that the spaces, the rooms, coverings and everything is done. And for example, if there's no coverings, we have how would you say, it's machine learning algorithms, whatever you want to call it. We're able to identify the room based on the fixtures and the name of the room and create the coverings automatically. Coverings meaning the paint and the flooring and the ceiling and the tiles, the wooden floor, and so on. And as you are probably aware that most, if not all, BIM models do not contain the latest kitchen cabinets or the bathroom cabinets, wardrobe cabinets. Those we are either adding by using our BIM object library, or then we have possibility to import additional IFC files and combine those within our system. This gives us quite freedom and flexibility to create certain set of rules and educate our customers, the medium and large size builders across Europe and developers, to educate their architects to provide the BIM model in the right format. We are also coming out with the Solipri, a version of Model Checker, where we are able to recommend and describe and just provide the necessary detail for architects to double check that their BIM models, the IFC files, are compatible with our platform. So when we have imported the IFC into the 2D, we have double checked that everything's okay. If something is missing, we're going to add that information, like the cabinets, and then we're able to export that out into the platform and our servers. Here's a screenshot of this particular IFC model that we have in 2D format, and another screenshot from the Solipri again. So then when we push that into our own platform, the GBuilder, that becomes the common language, like I said. So when we started out the presentation, I showed you how we've been using GBuilder in sales and marketing, customer success, end user management, construction side and warranty, and so on. But whatever you saw there, whatever was created, is always most likely based on our IFC, the BIM model, underneath everything. So common language, the term allow. Here are a few examples. BIM for end user. It's the HD 3D and the customer portal, because everything over there they see, the room, the prices they pay for upgrades, the 3D model, the furniture, whatever they see is actually coming directly in real time from the BIM model. BIM for developer, that would be the back office UI, where they can create bill of materials, bill of quantities, also for the procurement, budgeting, for creating those projects and setting up the materials offerings and packages, like home appliance packages and so on. And of course price those extra sales with the commission and anything related to that. Then BIM for customer success is, of course, a tool, a communication platform where they're able to share and communicate with, share information, files, attachments, whatever, and also, offers and so on, and communicate directly with the end user, but also with everyone else on the platform, going downstream to the construction site and service providers. Worksite for BIM for worksite, the site managers or whoever is responsible for procurement over there or quantity calculations are able to extract in seconds the bill of materials, bill of quantities, down to the detail. When you look at the 3D picture over there, you see there's a coffee maker, there's doorknobs on the kitchen, there's 6 chairs, and there's a carpet. And there seems to be a plant without the pot standing there, defining gravity. Everything over there is based on the BIM, so we know exactly how many square meters of backsplash, how many doorknobs, what kind of doorknobs were selected, and so on. So that kind of level of information is in real time within the platform, and the worksite is able to print that out. Like tiles, you can easily print out Excels saying that these apartments have these tiles, this much tiles, red, white, and you can start creating procurement lists based on the apartments and total amounts. And I know we set out to this journey to kind of get rid of the Excel, but I think it was like the first year that I realized that Excel is still the best thing ever, which is now representing the BIM in an Excel format. So this way, the threshold for construction site to start using this even though it's a BIM based, they are really excited about it because they get so much added value in the form of saving time and cutting back dramatically that manual work. Excel, they love their Excels. And BIM for third parties, of course, this is just for your imagination. We're already with the VR and holograms. We're looking into the marketplace where, and we're already coming out a little news flash for next year that where third parties are able to come in and make sure that the digital twin they're communicating with on the platform is there, and they get the quantities and everything, and they see the materials they would need to remove, or home appliances, they see that what's the width and so on and so on. So that creates huge potential for a high quality marketplace where buyers and sellers are communicating based on the BIM and 3D or whatever format you're using at that point. So this hopefully gave you an overview of how we are using the BIM as an underlying technology and how we are using that BIM in order to create a common language that basically gives the same BIM model in the different format for each and every stakeholder within the process. And though that's why we're able to start breaking down those silos, connecting those silos, and making sure that whatever information is inserted into the GBuilder platform throughout the process is accessible in real time for every user. And of course, at the end, all the data that's been created, we're able to export in various formats to back to the developer and builders or the main BIM. Thank you. I think that was my show for today, and I'm staying here for any additional questions you may have. And if you have some further discussion needs, here you can find my contact details, and I am mostly active in LinkedIn if that is the place where you want to connect. Thank you, everybody.